Hello friends, welcome to my channel here at Keys. This is our Angular 21 tutorial for beginners part 8. In this video, we are going to cover the below topics. The first one is property binding, then event binding, then two-way binding. Finally, we can see the difference between interpolation and property binding. First, let me start from the property binding. By using this property binding, we can bind DOM properties dynamically. So the syntax is square brackets. So let me show you some example. First, we can have one input control. Okay. So if you look at the UI, we are able to see one small text box. Next, we can bind the value. Let me bind this in our input control. So here, our property is value. Okay. And this property binding syntax is the square bracket. So finally, we can pass this value. So now, if you look at the UI, we are able to see this text. Okay. So similarly, I'm going to have another one control, one checkbox. Okay. So here I'm going to bind one property checked. Okay, the default value is true. Next we can bind this property checked, and we are providing this value is checked. Okay, I'm getting this error look like, okay, here I'm not saved. See, it is checked. So the same way, if I'm changing this into false, okay. So now we can bind one more property. So in the same input control, I'm going to bind one more property that is disabled. So here also we can use the same value is checked. Okay, the value I'm changing this into true. Okay, see now our input control is disabled, and also our checkbox control is in the checked mode. Okay, the same way we can bind all the HTML properties dynamically using this property binding concept. Okay, so finally I'm going to have one more control. We can have one image control. Okay, we can have this source property src. I'm providing some value image path. Okay, make sure we need to declare this value image path. Okay. And here I'm just providing one image URL. Okay, so now if you look at the UI, it's showing in the full page. Let me provide some style. Okay, this is fine. So next we can see what is the difference between property binding and interpolation. This interpolation already I have covered in my previous video. It is a kind of text binding. Okay, we can take one example also. I am declaring one more variable. Okay, course name just Angular. Okay, first I'm binding with the one h1 element. Okay, so the interpolation syntax is double curly braces. Okay, so now if you look at here, it will be binded this Angular text. Okay, so the same way we can bind the value for input control. I'm taking same input control. Okay, so this one is property binding. So instead of that, I'm going to use interpolation. Okay, I'm just removed the symbol. So instead of that, now if you look at here, so the same value is binded. Okay, but here the problem is, if you are using this interpolation, whatever value you are binding, it will consider as the string format. Okay, But in the property point of view, in this value, we are able to give the string. But if you consider this checkbox, the value should be true or false. It is a boolean. Okay. Similarly, this disabled. So here also the value should be true or false. In some cases, we have an integer. Okay. So those scenarios we have to use for property binding only. So the property binding only, it will take the exact data format. Okay. Let me clear this one. So in the same input control, I am going to use this disabled property. Okay. In this disabled property, first I am using this interpolation. So the same is checked. So now if you look at here, the top input also disabled and in the bottom also got disabled. Now if I'm changing this into false, okay, see, so now it is in the editable mode. But if you look at the down, here we are used to this interpolation, right? So since there is a value, okay, it is coming in the string format, always it is considering as the true. So that's why I have mentioned this interpolation converts everything into string, but property binding keeps the actual data type. Okay. So next we can move on event binding. By using this event binding, we can bind all the events in our DOM elements. Okay. The syntax is this parenthesis. We have some commonly used events like click, key up, key down, mouse over, change, and submit. We can see some example. First, I'm going to have one button. Okay, so there we can bind one click event. Okay, okay. And here we are binding this click event. First one is syntax, next our event, right? And the function. We have binded one function here. The next thing is make sure we need to define this function. Instead of showing the alert, we can change the value for this is checked. Okay, we are just implementing the toggle functionality for this checked. Okay, so now if you look at the UI, it is not checked and also it is in the not disabled mode once I click the button. Similarly for this input control, let me include here event. Okay, so here maybe I can give alert. Okay, so it's in disabled mode. Okay, here triggered. Similarly in this checkbox control we can include change event. So whenever the value is changed, we are triggering this event. Okay. Okay. The same way we can bind the submit event in the forms, and similarly this mouse over key down also we can use in the input controls. Okay. So finally we can see two-way binding. So as of now we've seen this property binding and this interpolation. Everything is one-way binding. Okay. So in this two-way binding, whenever the value gets changed in our model, it will be reflected in our UI. Similarly, whenever value gets changed in our UI, like in this HTML control, automatically it will be reflected in our model side. Okay, so let me show you. So here I'm going to have another one input control. No need to have anything. Since we are using two-way binding, we have to import form model. In this import section, let me include form model. It's from Angular/forms, right? The next in the input control, we have to use this two-way binding syntax. Okay, here we need to use ng model, and then we are binding one of the property. Maybe if I'm taking this channel name, it is fine. So now if you look at the UI, you don't find much changes. It's normal text only. Okay. Here I'm just disabled in the top of the text box. Now, if I'm changing this one, see, it will be reflected automatically. And giving Angular 21 tutorial, see the same value banded here also. So here the concept is very simple. Okay. First in our model, we have the value Nihira Takis. It is automatically reflected in our UI. Okay. So similarly, if I'm making change in our UI side, I mean in this HTML side, it will be automatically reflected in the model. I mean here in this model. So that's why it is reflected in our input control. Okay. So in the first text box control, we not implemented the two-way binding. Only we applied the property binding. So now if I'm trying to change some value in this first input control, so it won't reflect it here. Okay. At the same time, if I'm doing something here, it will reflect here because so in this text box only we have enabled this two-way binding. Okay. So the same two-way binding we can apply for this checkbox also. Not only checkbox, we can use all the DOM elements. Okay. So let me implement for this input checkbox control. I'm just removing this property. Okay. So instead of that, I'm providing this same ng model and is checked. Okay. So if you want to see this value, I can bind it here. Okay. So initially it is in the false. Once I click, see, the value got changed into true. Okay. Okay, this is working fine. So now we are in the end of the video. Still, if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box. And also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.